Welcome to the Unapologetic Podcast with Caitlin Talamonte, hosted by LadyBoss. This is a space where women rise, own their power, and stop playing small. We get real, we get raw, and we get fired up about confidence, health, business, and life. If you're ready to step into who God made you to be and unapologetically live your best life, then girl, you are in the right place. Let's do this.
This is what unapologetic looks like.
This is my era. I'm walking boldly in my purpose. I'm done dimming my light.
I'm done playing small. God didn't create me to blend in. I'm not for everyone, and that's okay. The old me was surviving. The new me is free.
We rise together.
Here's to living life unapologetically.
Hey ladies, and welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic. Today's guest, I am so excited to introduce you to. I've gotten to learn a little bit about her background and some of her life experiences, and she's here to share those with you today. Miss Vivianne Winters Israel. She is a registered nurse, a mom, a cancer survivor, a motivational speaker, a published author of Tender Moments, a diary of a first-time mother, which won a Benjamin Franklin Silver Award. She's also the co-author of an Amazon bestseller, Life by Design, Leverage, Legacy, and Lifestyle. And she also has another book called When Stories, which is also her platform. She is an author of a children's series, and today she is blessing us with her presence to talk to us about the 2-minute transformation. How are you doing today, Vivianne?
I'm doing just fine, Caitlin. Thank you so much I appreciate your invitation to your podcast.
Thank you so much for joining us. I am so happy to have you on. And before we hit record and actually started filming today, you were telling me about how you first started working when you were 3 years old and some of the struggles, and I say struggles, but like they were resilient moments you've had in life, and how you've used your 2-minute transformation method to shift to empowerment by pouring into that self-care.
Yes.
At a time. And I would love for you to share that with our audience today.
My pleasure, particularly since your audience is ladies.
Yes.
And we ladies, something that is built into us is take care of everybody else first, and then we get the scraps.
Yes.
I mean, some of us get a little bit past that, but, by and large, that's what we do and how we operate. And it's not healthy. Now, like, as you mentioned, I've had a lot of heavy duty things go on in my life, and I'm still here. So maybe I'm actually a pussycat with 9 lives. We're not sure. Maybe I'm not completely human. That's okay. I don't think you're going to be prejudiced against me if I'm part pussycat. There were a couple of very large events that were, there's been several life-altering, but a couple in particular, which helped kind of bookend a before and after of taking care of oneself. I've always been a very independent creature, and I thought I was taking care of myself. But, women, when we think we're taking care of everything, we're taking care of everything, and we're like the Y in everything, the end piece with the little tail on the edge that, leftovers.
Yeah.
So in 95, I was working as a critical care nurse. I was crushed by a patient. A nurse had asked me to come in and help her with this patient, and that wasn't going well. I said, he needs to sit back down. She said, no, his bed's right there. Let's just get him there. Well, he kind of went wiggy, wild, big man. And she pulled away, and I was left with this wriggling piece of humanity that collapsed on top of me. And I had 13 points injury in my back and a small stroke with this lovely little event. It was just my daughter and I. Had left my ex when she was 13 months old, and I earned well as a critical care nurse with these different certifications and stuff behind it, different little specialities. But I was terrified. Besides the fact I was in shock. Once we get past that, I was terrified of not being able to do what I did because I was messed up. And what would I be able to do that could command the income I need to take care of myself and my daughter? And so I was determined, I'm going to get back to my physically demanding job, blah, 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 blah. And I did. Took about a year. I got back. Was it brilliant that I did that? No. Was it dangerous that I did that? Actually, yes. 20 minutes into my first shift, just those scrunchy little weirdo wheels on an overbed table for a patient literally took me out and I was sweating bullets, which I actually thought was just a cartoon thing until I actually did it myself. And I had, okay, I can't do this. I can't even do this part-time, let alone full-time. What was I thinking? Only at that point in time did I start looking at what else I could do. Prior to that, my little little capsule thinking in my mind, I got to get back to what I did. I got to get back to what I was doing so that I can earn, blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, I wasn't thinking, well, now, I got back, things became all right. I ended up doing a different aspect of stuff, gave up this crazy heavy physical stuff for a while and ended up in management. But years later, I'm back to doing physical stuff. I'm doing first responder stuff, carrying 30 pounds of equipment. My brain's working. I'm good. I get a call that your biopsy results so that you have metastatic breast cancer. We need you to schedule an appointment with the doctor. Okay, I'm at work. 2 minutes from then, I could have been going out trying to resuscitate somebody. Did they ask me what I'm doing? Was I sitting down? Nothing like that. So that was a bit rude. And when I get home, of course, the doctor's office closed, can't talk to anybody. And I was scared. There's no question. I was scared, wasn't sure what to think, but it was not the dark hole of fear like I'd had when I had that physical injury 11 years earlier. And I thought, why is that? This is a life-threatening thing. I mean, that was life-altering, the other thing, but this was literally life-threatening. As it turned out, the prognosis was crappy. So why was that? It was months before I came to understand what it was. 8 months prior to this, I had been utilizing a particular audio technology called Holosync. HOLOSYNC. And it's worm drives your brain waves into different levels. I had been doing it to improve memory and recall, hold information better, hold more information. But when I started to find out what was different, that was the only thing. And it improves executive function of your brain and it reduces stimulation in the areas of procrastination, blanking now. Anyway, it does a lot of great things for your brain. Sorry, I'm blanking out on that. But so I thought, this is amazing. This is amazing. I need to find if there's more things like this. So I have over the years collected 6 of what I find the most powerful true self-healthcare tools. Not me time. Me time is great and it's helpful, but I'm talking about things that elevate your daily life. Now people are like, I don't have enough time to do this stuff. I'm already doing this, and this. But 2 of those, the top 2, number 1 and number 2 on my little list that would be a gift for your audience, they only take 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And the number one is the one I learned about just in the last several years. It's a relatively new technology use, and with 14 years, science, that's new. It's called the method, only there's 2 E's. The AWEE stands for attention, wait, exhale, and expand. It is a 3-step clinically proven process that shifts you into an actual state of awe. And that shifts a great deal in you. You can bring on demand yourself into a state of awe. And that does so many wonderful things for you. And people actually get this, once they practice this, they can get it down into 5 to 20 seconds. You can do this anywhere, anytime. If you're having to face an icky meeting or you're driving to an appointment, you just give yourself a little piece of time in the car before you even go into whatever building, or you're in there and you're in the bathroom, whatever, go hide in a corner for a few seconds. You can do this anywhere, anytime, and bring something powerful into your day, completely shift where your head is. Now, it's a particular book, and it's in that download. There are other books on this, but the one that's important is called The Power of Awe. That has the clinical studies that were done across the pandemic, backed by UC Berkeley. The things they found out in here, the lab results that improve, the just actual true brain functioning that improves is just mind-blowing. I think this will become a household thing within the next 10 years. Everybody will know what this is. Right now, hardly anybody's heard of it, but it is mind-blowing amazing. The second thing on that list, and it is still a less than 2 minutes thing once you've learned it, it's Dr. Paul Sheely's 5-day laser focus challenge. This is a free thing that he has on his website. There's 5 little short videos, one for each day, and it's a multimodality process. And each of those videos, he teaches you that little piece of the process. It has to do with neurochemical triggers that make you feel safe and then relaxed. There's some EFT, which is emotional freedom technique, or tapping on the endpoints of acupressure points, meridians. And the 5th day brings it all together. And there's also a PDF for reference. It may take you 3 to 4 minutes when you're just learning it, but people get that into 90 seconds, many 60 seconds, some even 30. So these are super fast things. If you do these just on occasion, you give your little brain and your emotions a break that they need. And then you could come back to whatever it is you have been dealing with or have to go deal with, refreshed, a mind opened and refreshed, and have more clarity and some more energy. And when you take yourself down in from out of your thinking mind into your feeling body, your mind cannot spin and go, what if, and waltz in and out of all these scenarios. And did I miss something? And it is the greatest treat to yourself. And to practice, people are like, you don't have time. You got 2 minutes and just go for it. Do it. Experience what it does. And then if you do these things with some regularity, you will get into that state faster, easier. You will go deeper. And that's a bigger break for your brain, even though you're still in 2 minutes. And when you get excited about these, you may want to try some bigger ones, but just try these. Everyone deserves this. Every woman needs to do this for herself, please.
And I just want to stress that, like Vivianne said, like, you can find the time. You have the time.
Yes.
And no matter how many times you try to tell yourself you don't, you must find the time. And here's the why. Because 1, you deserve to like you. You have to put up with you all the time. You deserve to like her, right? The other one is those around you want to like you too. Like, your kids deserve the best version of you. Your spouse deserves the best version of you. Your friends deserve the best version of you. And if that person of you, that version of you, the best version, the one you love, isn't there because you're tired, you're burnt out, you're overwhelmed, the what ifs, the anxiety, whatever is there could be tuned out, and something that takes 5 seconds, as Vivianne mentioned, up to 2 minutes, then you could find the time.
Yes.
You must find the time, because not only does everyone else around you deserve the best version of you, you deserve to be that.
Yes. And the base key to this, to spur you, you being your audience, spur you into doing this, is that taking true care of yourself first is not selfish. It is the genesis, the foundation of taking the best care of yourself, your loved ones, others you care about, your coworkers, students, clients, whatever it is you're doing. You cannot fill someone else's metaphorical cup if yours is running on empty. Take care of you first, and then you will show up better for yourself and everyone else.
Yes.
So ladies, that's how you can do it. Everything for everyone else is take care of you first.
You hear that? You must take care of you first. Especially if your goal in life is to take care of everyone else. Take care of you first. Can't pour from an empty cup. So Vivianne, can you walk us through the method? It takes, you said 5 to 2 minutes. So could you walk me through how, if I'm sitting in my car right now, can you walk me through it? Audience, as you listen, if you're in a space that you can sit and walk through this with us, please do. If you are driving, please be safe.
Well, just listen. Yeah, because don't drive.
Yes,
if you're driving, get the book to do it later. But what you do is you're going to put attention to something, and you could choose, if you're wherever you are, you can look and see if there's something that has some inspiration for you. But often it can be well, for me, it was one moment when the first doctor's appointment I took my new baby to when she was itty bitty. I was looking at her and I couldn't believe that we had built this little human. I was looking at her and knowing that she is her, but also thinking, well, she's actually me too. I was just in awe of this little creature. And something that it was been awe-inspiring for you, just take yourself, put your attention on feeling that moment, experiencing that time. First, you identify as something and then connect with it. And once you have identified it, do connect with it, spend some time here, experience that feeling, feel the feeling. And that is the wait part. And then you just breathe out, because you'll get to a point where you find that you're actually having a breath kind of in here. So then you just breathe that one out and then expand the feeling. Stay in that little feeling And when you practice this, it can end up happening so quickly. And for me, in the beginning, it was that same moment because it would take me there just all the time. But I find you could see something else because and okay, have that little thing, give attention to it, and then wait, and then go through this process. If you, in the book, just read the preface, chapters 4 through 6 will take you detail to detail, and you could skip 1 through 3. That's all science craziness you may not want to deal with. And then there's a whole literally glossary of things at the end of all the measured, clinically proven things that this changes for you and how that state of awe actually affects you and your brain. But it's so easy. It's so easy.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing those with me. And we'll outline them in the show notes, right? You said you're going to send us the links. So we will make sure we put those in the show notes. Where can our audience go find you?
Well, and this will need to be show notes. I have one of those long, hard to spell names.
Perfect.
VivianneWintersIsrael.com is there. And that's the best way. I'll send you my social links so you can put there too. Nobody's going to remember some crazy alphanumeric thing. But since this was shorter and I couldn't take you through, I have a 2-minute thing myself that requires less learning, just a little intro and then a little walkthrough. I'll go ahead and I'll make a video of that explanation and then an MP3 of a little walkthrough. I'm not going to have that done like right away. I don't know when you're going to air, but anybody that pulls it download, they'll be on the list. I will send that out too.
Amazing.
To them once I have that. So you can download a little thing in your phone so you can practice it. And then once you got it, then you won't need that or me anymore. But just to get you started, a little walkthrough so that you're not saying, how long has it been? You'll know how long it's been. It says it's 3 minutes. You need that extra minute while I'm talking you through the thing. But these are so powerful. You deserve to experience the power and the ease that this can bring to your life. The difference it makes is phenomenal. I went from having a frighteningly dangerous reaction and mindset with a physical injury and then a totally different response to a life-threatening injury. And my prognosis was bad. They weren't even sure I was going to stay above ground. Here I am. Went back to work carrying 30 pounds of equipment, all kinds of stuff. And now I'm 71. I'm still here. And just got back from a major road trip in Europe. I'm still cooking. So you deserve this. You don't even know what is going to be on the other side of it until you try it. What you think you'll get, if you do this with some frequency, will just blow your mind. What a difference it makes. You're like, why didn't I do this before?
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. We'll definitely tag it in the show notes, the download, the link, all the things, because yes, everyone needs to go check it out and do your 2-minute process. What is one thing that you want to leave the unapologetic audience with today?
Is that we have been conditioned to take care of everybody else, and that in different levels of meaning, we don't matter the same as these other things that are going on. That's poo-poo.
It is, yes.
You do matter. Life is not going to be here without us helping make little creatures. We are very important. We are caretakers, but we need to be caretakers of ourselves because it is absolutely true. The way to take the best possible care of your family, your loved ones, those that matter to you, those that you need to take care of in work, school, whatever, the best way you can do that is to take true care of yourself first. Mani-pedis, time alone, that's great. That's fine. It's helpful. But you need true self-care to be the best you for you and your loved ones so that you show up that way. And when we do that, if we each do that, this world can change on something this small.
Yes, it can. Thank you. Thank you so much for showing us that that transformation and self-care doesn't have to be this big time block of our day, that it could be found in the smallest of shifts.
Yes.
To everyone listening, life is busy. I get it. Okay. We get it. Your responsibilities are heavy. We're wives, we're moms, we're career women, we're driven, we're busy, sports, all the things. But you matter too. So even 2 minutes, you can create the space that you've been craving and that you need. Yeah. Space for energy, clarity, and peace, inner peace. We all need a little bit more peace, right, ladies? This conversation has hit today. Share it with a friend who needs that reminder that self-care isn't selfish. It is needed and it is essential. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on another episode that is here to inspire you and help you rise. Until next time, remember, even the smallest step towards your calling can lead to the biggest shifts in your life. Right?
Absolutely.
I'm showing up as the woman I was created to be. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be willing. One woman's courage gives another permission. I'm done waiting for someday. My time is now. I'm walking in faith, not fear. God's plan for me is bigger than my fear. No more hiding who I am. This is the real me, and I'm not apologizing for her.
Thank you for tuning in to the Unapologetic Podcast. If today's episode fired you up, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new one. And hey, leave a quick review, or sharing this with a friend helps us reach more women who need this message. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and keep living unapologetically.